Okay, go ahead and take us through this test here. It's the
just lumbar flexion extension. Yeah, we're just checking just some deep core control. Does he have the ability to flex and extend his spine in a standing position?
Do I need it back against the wall?
Yeah, so we want you to bring your heels up against the wall if you can. Shoulders are going to go up against it, and most people have an anterior pelvic tilt. That's what most people have. So I can slide my hand,
So move your arm, Adam, forward, and then see, Doug, if this gap right here between the wall, that's what we're talking about right now.
Okay.
So there's a little, some compensations that are going to happen here. We want tuck the chin, okay, and he's already going to feel a good stretch coming, through his all the paraspinals in his back. So what I want to see here is if I was just to slide my hand on his, underneath on his back, does he have the ability now to try and smash my hand, okay, with his lumbar spine without losing it in his chin?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, oh, wow.
So
fail, this is an epic fail.
And then from here, again, just extend away, but nothing else moves. So he doesn't move very much in both directions.
Now, as far as the head position, you said you call it the nodule?
Yeah, a little nodule on the base of the head.
Right. First thing I can tell you right away that I want to compensate is my head wants
you want to slide the head down.
Yeah, to be able to pull the hips back, the head wants to tilt back right away. So I felt that deviate right away, and then it's my entire body feels like it's working just to get that back to press.
And this becomes a huge postural correction as well, because right now, by him tucking the chin, he's actually distracting, that entire spine. He's getting the muscle to move in a different position. This is that anterior head carriage, which a lot of those desk jockeys are going to have on a day in and day out basis. But again, if, Adam being, the athlete that he is, right, we're going to have deep core control issues. So now all of a sudden, he doesn't have ability to articulate his spine how he needs. So now those muscles are going to lock down. He becomes stiff, and he wonders why he has low back issues.
This is a major one. I remember the first time you took me through this test, this was a big deal for me and I've been working at it, so it's amazing even to get back. It's been a while since I've revisited the test. I've been doing so much work on my hips and everything that, right away, I can feel it straining my neck, my core is lit up like crazy. And
do you feel your shoulders too wanting to protract with that, or?
I feel most of my compensation for sure. Like I can feel my knee wanting to deviate and push out right here. I can feel my neck already straining to try and keep it back and tucked while I'm also trying to push the low back against here.
So now what about somebody with a big badunkadunk?
Yep.
Right, so that's going to be a natural gap there that they're going to have.
Natural gap. So I would tell them, move your feet maybe an inch or so away. Okay. That's something that they can play with. Well, obviously, we don't want them a foot away because that's not going to do them any good at that point. Yeah. But if they do have a bigger, posterior side, then yeah, we definitely want to make sure that they still have that good quality control. Yeah. If they can't move it, they can't move it, no matter what size butt they've got.
So they'll get close, but they may not get flush to the wall with their back.
Correct.
Yeah, I could tell just by me moving out an inch too allows so much more play.
Yep.
It's a lot easier.
And an easy way, again, here is the heels should be up against there, but we have to sit there and assess the situation because no one is the same.
Yeah.
Right.
Everyone's different. They all have a different, physiology.
Ideally, you want to be able to get against that wall, though, right?
Correct.
That's the goal because I feel like that really, right away, just getting into this position already, I can feel the areas where I'm compensating.
And some key points, just to really pay attention to is heels up against the wall, arms out, externally rotated, so not palms against the wall, right? Tuck the chin, try and get the nodule on there, okay? And then just can they create good flexion and extension through that lumbar spine? And is that the only thing that's moving? We don't want any compensations anywhere else.
I'm really concentrate on it, I can get it, but it's a lot of work. And I can feel everywhere trying to compensate.
So it's really important that you just go through this with a fine-tooth comb of okay, is this point of contact touching?
Yep.
Is this one work your way down? And then you see where you need to address and spend that time.
And the beauty of these is the test becomes the exercise.
Right. Yeah.
He just is going to sit here on the wall. Maybe he does that for a minute or 2 minutes, and that's all he's doing.
Okay.
Right, is making sure that the head, the shoulders, the arms, the back, the hips, the feet are all in that correct position. So as he's doing that, he's just going to sit there for time. Right? And over time, those muscles will slowly start to, lengthen out for him.
So I believe you told me to do this, and this is kind of how I handle something like this, is I would get in this position, and then just holding that for like 15 to 30 seconds is intense. So I'll hold, intensify, focus on all those points, solid 15 to 30 seconds, and then I'll add 15 more seconds. I just keep trying to progress like that. And frequency is king here, right? As much as you possibly can.
As much as you can.
do this. And I think this is going to be an area where a lot of clients, so a lot of people are going to fail right here. So this is, I mean, a lot of things we're going to point out. There's going to be hard areas to check, but I think this is right away. This will be one of those areas where like almost everybody is going to have a tough time doing this.
Yeah, get them to spend as much time as they can in this area, so that way they can kind of progress with everything else. So
And
you got to start with the basics.
And since low back pain is, I think, really common in most clients when we get them, I think just the ability to flex and extend at the lumbar is, I think, one of the most disconnected areas. And I know that if it's an area that I have a hard time with, I know most of my clients. So,
well, not just flexing and extending, controlling the
controlling,
ability to
yes.
Good
flex
point.
and extend. Because most people can bend over and touch their toes and they can extend their back. Can they control the movement in that one area?
yeah, isolate it, right?
Yeah.
That's so true. Excellent.
Good.